some of the things COVID have taught us, that when you have engagement and interactions like this, all of us need not be on site. We can also be very active, from whatever part of the world we are. So there's a lot of them out there. Distinguished participants, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I think everybody had started apologizing for coming late or for starting late. But as a governor, if it says 10 and you get there at 11, it's actually 10, because that's the time you get there. But this one, we try and as much as possible get in and get it started. So everyone had said that we're about the same age, and that is, that's good news to me, because for a man that is over 70, that means I'm not dying any soon. I'll live to beyond 70, that's what it means. And with this job, for every additional year, believe me, it's thankful and it's grace of God. So, you very sort of just extended my life. I'll be 70 in another 11 years, so that's in my pocket already. And for Babajide, who have also ensured that we continue to bear the same name, don't worry. I'm slightly older, but you catch up very soon, so it's not a problem at all. And talking about catching up, when we think back and we see what we're bathing and what we're conversing here, we begin to see that indeed the world is narrowing and is coming together. And it's only when we do the right thing at engagements like this that, like Mr. Folajola said, 20-25 years from today, we all can sit back and know that those plants, those seedlings that we put in, that happy coffee that we just watched, and those testimonials that we've heard or we're going to hear will indeed become, Iroko trees that we never know how they're going to turn into. And I think that's the main essence of all ensuring that we are here today. And so I want to thank the board and the management of the Employment Trust Fund for keeping faith and ensuring that we keep and we hold this third summit. We've been planning to hold this for the past 1 or 2 months, but I've confirmed and I've given assurance to my outgoing chairman, who by the grace of God will still come back as the chairman, that we hold next year's own. She's not tired of it. We'll hold next year's summit within the first quarter, in the first 4 months of the year, so that we can get everybody in it. For staying true to the mandate that we gave about 4 years ago, and they've actually built a lot more. They've had transition that has been seamless, and I believe that they've kept faith with the mandate, because today alone, I know that the number of jobs directly and indirectly they've created has run into over hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and I think we need to give them a round of applause for that. And each time we see a smooth transition, even in the leadership of the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. I can see her sitting, Bisoye Integrity, she's here, and she's been able to hand over, very appropriately to the current chief executive. I think what we have with the Employment Trust Fund is what should be our ability to scale these numbers. How well can we work with our partners for us to be able to scale whatever modest achievement we've achieved to date? It really doesn't matter if it is 100,000 or 200,000 that have been a success story. How do we double those numbers? How do we ensure that in the next 2-3 years we can do far better than we have done in the last 5 to 6 years? And that's why this kind of a summit is important. And that's why I want to be able to also speak to all of our partners, existing partners, will-be partners, and future partners that are listening to us. Because part of the things that I want to leave there with is to see a sense of commitment. On our part as a government, we want to be able to support this fund a lot more. I want to leave there believing that if this fund says to me that they want me to double what I give to them, and that if my partners can also double what they're going to do for them, then we're beginning to see the scale of attempts for us to match those kind of funds, for us to be able to scale those business businesses, those nano businesses that we need to be able to take, out of the unemployment market. Let me also commend and thank some of our partners that I'm told that are working with us. The US ADF, the GIZ, and the UNDP. I want to thank you for the support thus far. But like I said, if you can bend over backwards and say, given the challenges that the keynote speaker had said to us, given the challenges that all the goodwill message speakers have said to us, that the challenge of Lagos is a challenge of scale. The challenge of Lagos is a challenge that we cannot hold back the amount and the number of people that are coming into this part of the world. The challenge of Lagos is the challenge that we have the largest growing youth population. The challenge of Lagos is that this population will continue to grow, and we cannot but ensure that we need to double our effort to be able to meet, and be ready for those scales of challenge. In Lagos State, for example, we came in, we had only one university in Lagos. Now, within our government, we have set up 2 additional state universities. And why did we do that? We were very critical of ourselves, and we said, what are the kind of jobs that are required in the future? And we realized that our polytechnic and college of education were not meeting those needs. The only way they can meet those needs is to scale them rightly and take them to a university level. And the 2 universities now have started up, they are live, they are working, and they are competing with Lagos State University. So I'm happy to announce that we're not just doing, fire brigade after you have finished school. We have actually gone back, to ensuring that we can tool you properly from the requirements of the kind of jobs that we believe is needed. And our 2 new universities are complementing the Lagos State University as a future footprint for work that is required. And then the 4th one is that the Lagos State government is also planning, because we are looking at where are the skills, where are the needed skills. Medical professionals is also something that is not, that is also very scarce. So we're also planning to set up, a medical university in Lagos State, which will be part of. The larger percentage are out there in the private sector. The larger percentage are out there with the small, medium enterprises, the people that are employing 10, 15, 30, 100 people. They are the ones that we need to be able to give this opportunity to. Because for us, it's not just about us, it's about the larger number that is out there, it's about the larger percentage that we need to be able to cater for. So I want to use this opportunity once again to encourage all of us, to thank the board of the Employment Trust Fund, to say that the conversations today are willing to listen. What will be the roadmap? How do we scale? How do we build real partnership? How do our partners understand and appreciate, the challenges that we currently have? But more importantly, how do we make sure that the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, 2-3 years from now, is 2-3 times the size that we have today? Thank you very much.
This journey started about 3 years ago, July 2021, and there has been a dynamic team of both internal and external stakeholders to Lsetf who have been working really hard on putting everything together. In doing the launch, we thought to ourselves as a team within Lsetf, what do we want to show everyone? It's one thing to just launch something, but we thought, let's show you how it works. So that is why we did the video the way it was. we wanted to demonstrate practical examples of how each and every single one of us could make use of the system. We could be students, job seekers, employers of labor, or even policy makers, and we're all represented in this room today. This system is very important to all of us, and it's an accumulation of pretty much everything we've already heard today, from Mr. Adeola's speech to all the goodwill messages, and even to Mr. Governor's speech. We are all players in this system. Lagos has to work, and Lagos cannot work without the people in it. So with all this said, I would like to first of all invite the key stakeholders who were represented in putting together this LMIS. So I'd like to start with the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget. Honorable I didn't mention you. Okay. The Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment. Okay. Mrs. Bertha Eckerlens, GIZ, one of our key powerhouses. We also have Ms. Precious Onaino from Deloitte. And finally, to jointly represent the board, we have our Director of Finance and Corporate Services, Mr. Sanwo-Olu. Okay, I know yes.
All right, please get together for a group photograph with the governor, who will immediately come to formally launch the LMIs. The governor is thanking them for their contribution to the LMIs.
Thank you very much to all of our participants today. Please let's give these people a round of applause. This is a journey that they've on for the past 2-3 years. And really, the benefit of a system like this is what our keynote speaker had said. He wasn't even aware that there's a whole lot of work that have been done and that will still be done, right? This is still work in progress. It will certainly never, it's a moving part. So it in itself, it's an information that will organically be growing, wider and wider. And part of the ways in which you can encourage them is to ensure that after this session, we sit with them from Moi to all of them and we'll further inquire, how do we access all of this information, local government by local government, what are the various sectors, that we want to either see there as an LMIS, maybe in another way there will be another 2.0 when they've done, a better variant of what. Let us put it to use, let us put it to test, and let us ensure that, innovation and creativity works and work well in our system. So on behalf of the board and the management of Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, I want to formally, and on behalf of the good people of Lagos, launch the Lagos State Market Information System. Labor market, even me, I'm struggling to get it all together. Labor market information, labor management information system. I need my own training, as you can see. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel GoldmyneTV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.